After a tense ending to Season 3, the UBA Network News team returns for another season of twists and turns as news anchors Alex Levy and Bradley Jackson try to balance their personal convictions, professional obligations, and private relationships once again, while the powers that be continue to play the chess games of power that will either define or destroy the future of the company. With Reese Witherspoon and Jennifer Aniston back as Bradley and Alex, drama and tension soon follow within the high-intensity world of news broadcasting in Season 4 of The Morning Show.
I'm a firm believer in second chances. Maybe this is an opportunity to make it right.
Sick of all these people talking.
This is a reset. A different company. A different culture.
Tired of all these cameras flashing.
We promised real change. To push the stories we cared about.
People need to feel that UBN is going to have it first, and they're going to have it right. A nice idea. But it's not sexy.
Oscar-winning actress Reese Witherspoon reprises her role as news anchor Bradley Jackson, returning to the morning show after what should have been a career-ending scandal. But things are not as they were at UBN, with new characters in the mix, introducing new media and new content, as the evolution in the production and consumption of news moves in directions that seem to abandon established tradition. With this, the morning show continues its signature of incorporating real-world events like the COVID pandemic, Me Too movement, Russia-Ukraine war, and more into its storytelling. This time, it is the crisis of network news.
Judita Da Silva, Arise Play Nigeria. The morning show is now on Season 4. Over the seasons, we've seen the show narratively lean into topics that are very prevalent of the era, whether it's the Me Too movement or the January 6th insurrection. But this series taps into something that's very important, particularly to us journalists who represent legacy media, as we're facing an existential crisis that's unprecedented. Do you feel that a show of this kind being made at this time has a need to lean more to truth and not just entertainment?
I think we had no idea when we started the show that this would be happening to legacy journalism and legacy media. It's been interesting to chart the decline in numbers and ad revenue, and also see how it affects journalists who've been working inside of those institutions for a really long time. You're seeing now a lot of the rise of the individual journalist. I was happy that this season we were able to bring on the podcasters that are representing sort of the broverse or the manosphere or whatever they call it, representing a different ideology for audiences. And that, because that's taking off in a way that was completely, I don't know, unexpected, at least to me. And seeing how journalists like Alex Levy, who are dyed-in-the-wool broadcast journalists, are competing for audiences' attention at a place where the truth in media and truth in news is under attack. By, corporations that own these entities, but also about increasingly less tolerant government structures.
Oh, it's Lady Guillotine. How many heads rolled today?
Do you know how badly I wish I could fire you?
I'm working on a story. UBA was involved in a cover-up. People died. Work with me.
In this season, Bradley Jackson is faced with uncovering a news story that may jeopardize her job, her safety, and also the precarious position she has been living in under the watchful eye of the government following her brother's arrest. And even with familiar faces in her corner, like Alex Levy and Charlie Black, Bradley's circumstances remain uncertain, forcing her to make moment-to-moment choices that are, as always, unpredictable.
Even with the story of the character, we see that Bradley in this season is trying to juggle and deal with professional obligations, personal affections, and moral allegiances. So we're never quite sure which way she'll sway moment to moment. So playing a character like that you know the outcome is something that will always keep the audience guessing. Does it make it easier or harder to keep the audience with you when there's that kind of unpredictability?
I think it makes her actions seem unpredictable, which is always more fascinating. I love a character where you just don't know which way she's going to go. So you're right. She's had allegiances to family have always been of paramount importance to her. Her relationships, her personal relationships have been sometimes suffered because she's so loyal to her brother, who has caused a lot of chaos in her life and now her professional life post-insurrection. So it's a fascinating character to play, a high justice character. You know, we know these people in real life. That person will do anything for justice and truth, but also just put themselves in jeopardy. That's kind of the high stakes of this character, and what's really fun because I never know what she's about, what crazy thing she's about to do for her job.
You pitched UBN as a feminist utopia where women lift each other up?
Is that Alex Levy causing trouble again?
It sounds like the drama at the network is juicier than the drama on the network.
I need what do you have on Stella?
We've got rats in a basement. That should be more comfortable for you.
See, this is what I miss.
To get what you want, you need to burn the house down.
I know what I deserve, and it's my time now. So is that some kind of a threat?
I'm headed straight.
In the broader executive and corporate realms of the UBA network, the power players engage in their typical power struggles, and the politics behind the rolling cameras of network news continue to provide a broader commentary on the industry as a whole, at a time when a legacy show like The Morning Show has to fight to stay popular, profitable, and present.
But do you see that charting this, particularly from behind the camera to in front of the camera, is something career-wise that is fulfilling to do, where there is that kind of sense that you speak a greater message than just creating content of a kind of ilk?
Yeah, I think there's so much to unpack in this show. And I find myself having to watch the episodes twice at least to understand all of the different nuances. There's interpersonal relationship piece that you have to really track, as well as the larger global movements. You know, there's a lot there in the show. So I'm really proud of how complex it is, but also remaining very human. Because at the end of the day, doesn't matter what kind of sense of purpose you're trying to serve. It's who keeps you warm at night that you're going to pay the most attention to.
Yeah. But thank you so much for talking to us, and bravo on another great season.
Thank you for great questions. I appreciate it.
I'm shutting the story down.
I have to do this whether you like it or not.
You realize what you've done?
Someone's really trying to set me up.
Dig. Find out where the bodies are buried.
The truth is incendiary, and it's under attack. What's going on?
Isn't that why you did all of this? The cleaning of house to make this place better?
You can't clean a house if you're about to blow it up.